In this video, we're going over tips and tricks and hidden features on the Moto G Stylus 5G. Welcome back to another video. I'm your tech guide, Wayne. And if you find this video helpful, make sure you hit that like button down below. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you can be alerted every time we post new videos. Today we're going to walk you through some really cool tips and tricks on the Moto G Stylus 5G. And we're going to start with one of my favorite hidden features, which is how to run two apps at one time, or how to use what's called split screen, so you can have two things going, like watching a video and sending a text message, or having your Google Maps up and also being able to control your music. So let's jump right into it. The first thing you'll need to do is pick the two apps you want to have open. So in this case, I want to have YouTube at the top, and at the bottom, I want to have my text messages so I can keep texting in my conversation while also watching my video. So I'm going to swipe up. I'm going to find my YouTube app, and it's going to be in the Google folder. Tap on YouTube. I'm going to open it. Then I'm going to swipe up to close it. And then I'm going to open up my text messages at the bottom here. Then swipe up to close it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to swipe up, and if you swipe up and hold, it takes you to your recent apps or the recently running applications. And I'm going to swipe over to YouTube. I'm going to tap on the YouTube icon at the top here and tap on split screen. That's going to put YouTube at the top of the screen. And now I'm going to swipe over and I'm going to tap on messages. Now I have YouTube at the top and my messages at the bottom. Now I can go through and find a YouTube video to play. Let me go to my subscriptions here and play one of my videos so it doesn't get flagged. Let's say I play this video, and let's turn the volume down. And I can change this to a full screen view. So now my video is playing in full at the top. And at the bottom, I can now open a new text message chain, and I can, text someone, and I can still listen and watch my video while all these other things are happening at the bottom here. And that's one of the really cool things about the split screen. You can also take the phone, you can rotate it in the landscape position as well. Now, if you'll notice at the bottom, you have this little icon, this rotate icon. When you try to rotate the phone, you will need to tap on that, and that's what's going to rotate the whole phone for you. There we go. So now my video is still playing on the left here, and on the right, I still have my text message conversation that I can continue to type and be engaged in at the same time. When you're ready to close it out, there's a little white dash in the center here. You just put your finger on the dash and drag it to the right, and that's how you close out the split screen. So that's running two apps at one time, or multitasking. This will work with a lot of other apps too. It doesn't work with 100% of apps, but it will work with most apps. So the way you'll know if an app does not work with it is if I simply swipe up, or if I do my swipe from the bottom and hold. Wait, let me close this first here. Okay, so if I do my swipe up and hold, if I were to come over to this app and I tap on the icon at the top, if it doesn't have a split screen icon, that means that the app is not compatible. So just keep in mind, not 100% of apps are compatible, but most apps will be compatible. Take a quick word to show off a really cool product here, which is called the Code 18 wallet here. This is an RFID blocking wallet. So if you're worried about scammers getting your information when you're out in public, because they have devices where if they're close enough to you and you don't have an RFID protected wallet, they can actually skim your credit cards right from your wallet. But not with this. It's made with a durable material that will block hackers from getting into your wallet. And it's super cool. There's a little flap at the bottom here that you just flick up. Your cards pop out, and you can take it out, use it, put it right back in. And there's a little strap around the side that can be used as a money clip or to hold additional cards. Now they do also offer this add-on, and if you get this will actually allow you to add more credit cards that you can have blocked with a RFID blocker. So just wanted to show off this quick product, really cool. I got it because I want to make sure my credit cards are safe, and I'm showing it off to you because I want to make sure your credit cards are safe too. So If you like that, you want to pick it up, check out the link below in the description to get one and protect yourself. All right, let's jump into our next really cool tip, which is how do I get rid of this gesture mode? So if you notice, there is no home button at the bottom of the screen. I'm sure you notice. If you've come from a phone that is not a Motorola phone, you probably had a home button and probably don't love the new layout of gestures where you have to, you know, swipe up and swipe left and right. So I'm gonna show you how to turn off that gesture mode. It's really easy. First thing you'll need to do is just swipe down and then swipe down a second time from the top of the screen. You'll see a settings wheel in the right corner. That'll take us to settings. Okay, once you're in the settings, you're gonna just swipe all the way up. You're gonna go to System, and then go to Gestures, and then you're gonna go to System Navigation, and it's currently set on Gesture Navigation. You're gonna switch it to 3-button navigation. And now, if you give it a second, your buttons will reappear at the bottom of the screen, and now we have a home button, a back button, and a recent apps button. All the things you're probably used to from your older phone. So it's back, and now you can hit this to go to your recent apps. You've got your home button, you've got your traditional back button. So that is how you turn off the gesture mode. If you decide, hey, you know what, I kind of like that gesture thing, I was getting used to it, feel free to follow the steps and just switch it back to the gesture mode. So that is that. Moving on to our next tip here, we're gonna show you how to keep your screen on longer. Right now the phone is set where if you don't touch it for at least 30 seconds, the screen will go dim, just like it did right now. And it's a little frustrating. Sometimes you wanna hold your phone and you wanna read something and you don't want it to keep going dim. So all you need to do is go back to the settings, swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again, tap on the settings wheel here, and we're gonna swipe up. You wanna make sure you're at the top of the settings menu and go to Display, and then go to Advanced, and then we're gonna go to Screen Timeout. From there, you can change it to either 2 minutes or 5 minutes. I like 2 minutes. Now your screen will not go dim for 2 minutes. You have more time for it to stay on without you touching the screen. Now, while we're in this settings menu, I would also tell you, change your theme to dark theme. Looks cool in the layout, and you know, you might enjoy just switching back and forth from the dark theme and light theme. So that's another cool tweak to make while we're in the settings here. We're gonna move on to our next tip here, which is how to show your battery percentage from the home screen. Now this also is just a tweak in the settings you'll need to make. So we'll swipe down from the top of the screen again, swipe again, tap on the settings wheel here. We're gonna tap on battery, and we're gonna go down to battery percentage and just turn this on. And now you'll see at the top of the screen, you'll be able to see exactly how much battery you have down to the percentage. This is a very useful feature. I just like to know exactly where I am, so I know if I need to get my charger or if I have more time. So I love to make this tweak, and I think you will find it useful as well, always knowing exactly how much battery you have left. For our next tip, we're gonna show you a really cool exclusive feature to Motorola phones. And this is basically turning on your flashlight by using a gesture. Now, your normal flashlight setting is gonna be at the top of the screen here. You just swipe down, swipe again, your flashlight is right here. You can tap that to turn it on and off. However, if you're holding your phone, maybe you're not necessarily looking at it, your phone could even be off, but you wanted to turn on your flashlight quickly, you could simply do a chop, 2 chops like this, 1, 2, and it will turn on your flashlight. So watch this. Flashlight on, 2 chops, flashlight off. So a really cool feature. This usually comes turned on in the settings, but if you notice you're doing the gesture and it's not working, you want to go to the Motorola app right here and come down to the fast flashlight and make sure it's turned off. If it's not, make sure you turn it back on. And you can also tap right where it says fast flashlight, and it will show you, what you need to do, which is 2 chops, and you can practice it by hitting try it out. So it won't let you try it out. Now in this section, you'll also find some other really cool gestures as well. So for example, quick capture, twist your wrist twice to open the camera anytime. So aside from the flashlight gesture, this is, again, phone can be on or off. You just simply turn your wrist 2 times, but fast, and it will turn the phone on and launch the camera just like this. See that? Phone is on, camera is launched, and I can start taking pictures. And I love it again because your phone could be off and it will still do the gesture, or we could be, you know, for example, in the Play Store looking for an app, something really funny happens, you want to get a picture or video of it, you do those 2 twists, and it will go right to the camera. So that is the quick launch to the camera there. So go through this list here, you'll find some other really cool features and gestures. Some you'll like, some you may not use, but I love that Moto always has all these really cool extra features and different things that you can do with their phones. So, all right, for our next tip, we're gonna show you a cool feature, how to launch your notes when your phone is turned off. This is, you know, always a fun feature you'll find with phones that have a stylus pen. Basically, it's set up where if your screen is off and you just take out the stylus pen, it will automatically launch your Notes app and allow you to take a quick note. So maybe someone's like, oh, give me the phone number. Oh, sweet, let me go ahead and grab it. And you can just simply write it down, and you can then just hit check to save it, and it'll save into your notes section. So another really cool feature. Again, it's so fun to have a phone that has a stylus pen, and it's just that easy to jot down those notes and have it saved for you, and then you go back later to actually find it. Now that note will be saved in the Moto Notes app. So you're gonna tap on the Motorola folder right here, go to Moto Note. This is the main page here, and just swipe through. And there's the phone number we just wrote down, saved for us to go back to whenever we need it. Moto Notes. Another cool thing, when you take out the stylus pen, you'll have this little notes icon on the screen here, or this little stylus icon, and it will take you to some shortcuts. So right now we have some shortcuts to do some basic editing on the phone. If I hit the plus here, it'll also launch that Moto Notes app, so I can look at my current notes or I can make new notes. But you always have a quick shortcut right there. And then I have these 2 other apps that are acting as shortcuts too. Now I can hold down on these apps here, and I can say, hey, you know what? I want to get rid of my Google Keep app. And you know what? I want to come and add a different app. Maybe you say, I want my calculator there. We can add that. There's also this cinematograph mode, or this coloring book. You might say, I'm not going to use the coloring book. So you can hit the X and remove that and say, you know what? I love to have my Gmail there. And now when I hit home, I can go back to the icon, and now I have my new shortcuts, which is my calculator and my Gmail. You can also get rid of these and make them shortcuts to other apps you use more. It's up to you, but either way, when your pen is out, you'll have that extra set of shortcuts right on your home screen, which is really useful. Now this next tip is kind of a simple tip, but a lot of people don't see this right away, and so I just want to point it out because I think it'll help a lot of you that might have been looking for this really basic thing, which is, how do I put the phone on silent or vibrate? How do I change between those settings? And really it all comes down to the volume button. If you tap either volume up or volume down, it'll bring up this menu, and you can tap this bell, and the bell will put it on vibrate. If I tap volume again, I can change it from vibrate to now silent. And if I tap it again, it goes back to the normal notification, normal ringtone and notifications. Now this slider here will control your main volume here. And as you can see, this icon shows you that's for music. But if you tap it again and then tap the controls right here, this will allow you to control all of the different volume settings for your phone. So media volume is, for example, playing a song or playing a video. Call volume, if you're ringer, if you want it louder, you would turn this up. If you want it lower, you would turn it down by dragging this left. that. Notifications, or excuse me, that's call volume, so that's how loud the call will come through your speaker. Then there's ring and notification sounds, and then there's the alarm volume. So these are your 4 different volume settings that you can control just by hitting the volume up or volume down. Our next tip is to show you how to launch the Google Assistant, and this can be done different ways, but the easiest way is hitting the power button twice. That will launch the Google Assistant, and it will begin listening and waiting for a command. Now, what I like to use Google Assistant for is very basic things like setting the alarm. So maybe you're about to go to sleep and you want to make sure you set the alarm for the next day for work. Just simply hit that power button twice, and then you can say, set an alarm for 8 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. and it will set it for you automatically. You can also use it as a cooking timer. So maybe you're making a meal and you want to set a 20-minute timer, and maybe you already have something in the oven that already is using a timer, so you don't want to use your oven timer, so you can just simply hit that power button twice, set timer for 25 minutes. And then it'll automatically
25 minutes.
Set your timer now, just like that. You can do more advanced things. I love to have it search for sports scores. Hey, what's the score of the Lakers game? Or, hey, how old is so-and-so? You could do basic things like that up to very advanced things just by using your assistant, and that's just a double tap away like that. For our next tip, I'm going to show you another way to do the split screen view. Now, we showed it in the first tip of this video here, but there is another way to do it. You just have to learn a gesture. So I want to show you both so you can pick which way is better for you. So go ahead and swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again, tap on the settings wheel in the corner here. We're going to go to System, Gestures, and the very bottom says Swipe to Split. Make sure this is turned on. On my Moto, it was turned off originally and I had to turn it on. So you're going to turn it on, hit try it out so you can see. This is the gesture. You have to do a left-right swipe, and then that's what will trigger you being able to open a second app at the bottom of the screen. So let's try it right now. I'm going to open up YouTube again. Go to our Google folder. Here's YouTube. I'm just going to do left-right swipe. It's pushed the video to the top of the screen, and now I can open up Chrome at the bottom. And now I've got my 2 apps open. I can come up here and I can pick this video to play. And at the bottom here, I can have another app. Maybe I can have Amazon open, because obviously everyone in the world loves Amazon. And we could be going through Amazon shopping while we have our video playing at the top of the screen. So same end result, but a different way to get there. So obviously you have to find the method that works better for you. I kind of like the gesture method now that I know how to do it. But again, you choose the way that will work more comfortable for you. So for our next tip, we're going to show you how to take a screenshot. Super easy. They're making it easier and easier, which I love. So basically just find the screen that you want to do split screen on. And so so first you want to go to the screen that you want to take a screenshot of. In this case, I want to go to the Play Store, and let's say I'm trying to show off an app to a friend. I'm going to go to the Play Store. I'm going to hit my recent apps button in the corner here. If you're still in the gesture mode, obviously you have to swipe up and keep your finger up on the screen for 1 second. It'll take you to this screen. And you'll notice at the bottom of the screen, there's a screenshot button now. We just tap screenshot, and there it is. It takes the screenshot, and then I can hit edit if I want to, crop the picture after. I can drag these little corner brackets down and say, hey, I just want to show these 6 apps here. I can arrange it and then come to the top and hit the little X, and that'll save my picture. Hit allow there. And that's how you take a screenshot. So again, process is getting even easier to take your screenshot. All right, in our very last tip, we're going to show you just some ways to customize your phone. Now all this is going to take place in the Moto app. So tap on the Moto app on the home screen. You're going to tap on personalize, but in here you'll find a couple of cool options to really make your phone look more unique to you. Hit style, And in here, you can customize first your buttons or how you want that layout to look. So if I just go over here, I can see my icons are going to be a different color, and the shape is going to be different as well. These are sort of preset combinations, but I can also hit the plus here to make my own theme. And maybe you say, hey, I like this font, and I love the icons to be this color, and I'd like the shape to be in the boxy, the boxes with the rounded corners. And on my main screen, I'd like to have a few less apps. So we can go to here, hit next, and then you can name it or just keep it as theme 1 and hit apply. And now if we go to the home screen, you can see what our apps look like. Less apps on the screen. They're boxy with rounded edges, and they have that orange yellow look to them. So that's one way to customize your phone. If we go to recent apps and we go back to personalize, you can also change your wallpaper by selecting from some of the options you'll find in this section here, or go to my photos and then you can select a picture that you've taken on the phone and make that the wallpaper for the phone. There's also some really cool interactive wallpapers in here as well. So look through and try some of these, and you may like that as well. So anyway, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. As we round out the video, I always want to encourage you to leave comments. Let me know what tips were the most helpful for you. If you're looking for a cool stand for your phone, check out this little Moco stand here. This thing will fit in your pocket, and real easy to just, take your phone out and make it easy for you to watch a video. Has different points to make it tilt higher or lower. And when you're done, just take it, fold it up, and this little thing fits right in your pocket. So I'll have a link below in the description for that and some other really cool accessories to go with your phone. So be sure to check out that. Hope you found this helpful. Make sure you like, favorite, and share if it was helpful. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Take care, and as always, have a good one.